The following is just some random thoughts that I've had. I made this actually a couple of weeks ago. Well, I wrote it. No, it was actually a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a little bit longer. Anyways, hope you like it. Thank you. Sometimes when my mind gets going 100 miles per hour in 10 different directions, and all I want to do is scream and cry, I wonder if you knew what goes on in my head. Would you still care? If you knew how hard it is to follow my heart and not get lost in my head, would you still care? Sometimes when my head won't leave the past in the past where it belongs, all the hurt, the pain, self-loathing, self-doubt, I just want to scream and cry. I pray the screams carry it all to heaven as a cry for help, for release. If you knew, would you still care? Would you still say you love me? If you knew how unsure I was that I won't hurt someone else, that I wouldn't disappoint someone else, if you knew how afraid I was to let anyone in for fear of rejection, how afraid I am to love again. But somehow it seems I just can't help it. Sometimes I feel drawn, but I still don't feel good enough. I don't think I will be good enough for someone. Would you still be there? Would you still care? If you knew how my fear overcomes me, how I fight myself not to run, if you knew the damage is so deep and not just recent years, but I'm trying, would you still be there? Would you still love me? If you knew how truly fucked up I am when it comes to people, but I can put on a good front. If you knew that when I'm alone I cry, I finally let it out. I've held everything in my life in for so long. So long. If you knew, would you still love me? Would you still be there? Please let my screams carry it all to heaven. Please hear my cries for help, dear God. If you knew that my faith teeters, that it's hard to believe that anyone could love me, would you still be there? God, please still be there. God, please still love me.